from Hope Animal Rescues is on the air with me. New campaign she has started. She's already gotten a lot of people involved. But Jackie says, and I think an awful lot of people agree with her, why should animals needlessly die because they've been picked up by Madison County Animal Control? Why shouldn't loving people who want a canine companion or a feline companion be allowed to adopt those animals? But I'll let you talk because you know a lot more about it than I do.
Well, thank you. Yes, about a month ago, we started a group called Change Madco Illinois Animal Control. We have over 1,900 members, and we are working with an attorney, Robert Gregory from Wood River, Illinois, who's volunteered to do this in an effort to try to get Madison County Animal Control to change their policies to make it easier for rescues, shelters, and the general public to just go in and adopt a dog or a cat or whatever they like.
Now, Hope Rescues already does some of that.
Yes, we did qualify. It took 6 months, several contracts, $1 million liability insurance on the business, on the vehicle, which is overkill. That turns away the majority of rescues and shelters. The majority of rescues work on foster homes. They're not going to carry, and nor can they afford to carry that much insurance.
Yeah.
So that is one area that's very important to get changed.
And let me ask you, and I know that's one of the changes you want to make, when the idea is that people can come and adopt animals from there without these onerous requirements. When you've done this, you went through a lot of hoops. Are those hoops, in your estimation, artificial?
To me, they're stumbling blocks.
Yeah.
There's such a thing as tort immunity. What I've been told by the powers that be is that, Madison County is the #1 sue capital in the whole state of Illinois.
Well, we've heard
kudos to that, whatever.
Yeah.
But there is a law, it is a state statute, tort immunity, which means when you enter a park in Madison County, if you break your toe or you fall off the slide and break your face, you can't sue anybody. They're immune. The same statute applies to any animal that is pulled from animal control. You cannot hold Madison County responsible if that dog should bite or whatever. Once somebody takes possession, it is their dog.
It's their responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
The numbers are astounding.
The numbers are
atrocious,
embarrassing. I'm sorry, but Madison County is full of well-educated, conscientious people who, if given the opportunity and the knowledge, would demand change there. I absolutely believe that with all my heart. I believe a lot of people do not understand the difference between Madison County Animal Control and Metro East Humane Society. They're two separate entities. You can't adopt a dog from Madison County Animal Control, period. End of story, that's it.
Unless you happen to go through all these hoops.
No, a private person can't do that.
Not at all.
Not at all. No, sir.
Tort immunity notwithstanding, they will just
not.
No,
sir.
Okay.
Correct. You
Private
cannot
person can.
adopt.
And, of course, they're both located there on 143,
Right,
just outside of Edwardsville.
Correct.
So don't confuse them.
Correct, because I certainly don't want anybody to misunderstand the difference between Madison County and Metro East. Metro East is a wonderful organization that helps thousands of animals in our area, and they deserve kudos.
You're here.
So I just want to make sure to clear that up.
Speaking of thousands of animals, what are the numbers? How many animals die in Madison County at Animal Control?
Well, under the Freedom of Information Act, I obtained the numbers filled out by the animal control officers at Madison County Animal Control. And I can't get the numbers for 2011 yet because they aren't due until July of 2012. But for 2010, that animal control took in 1,698 dogs. They took in 2,432 cats. They euthanized 971 dogs and 2,122 cats.
Wow.
That's an average of 74.8%. So they kill 74.8%. Also want to clear up that wording. I've been asked not to use the word kill, but euthanasia, if you look it up in the dictionary, is to intentionally end the life to prevent needless suffering.
Mm-hmm.
These are healthy. Most of them are adoptable animals. They're not sick. They're not injured. They're not being euthanized. They're being killed. They're also not being put to sleep. because they're not going to wake up. So they are killed.
And not in the most humane manner either.
That way is not there. You know, there's. It's kind of like a juggling act. On one hand, the way we normally euthanize our pet when they're sick and 14 years old or 15 or whatever is by a lethal injection into the vein in the leg. That way does work for a sick, ailing pet because they're almost on their last leg anyway.
Yes.
However, a lot of places that use that, those animals wake up in the dumpster later because they didn't use the right amount. Oh. That's happened. You can read it. Yeah. That's happened. Madison County uses a heart stick. And what they do is they sedate the animal, roll the animal over on their back, and they put the lethal injection directly into their heart. I
see. And the animals, once they're picked up, are only held for 5 days.
Correct, counting weekends and holidays.
So Jackie and I were talking about this off the air, but Memorial Day, for example, you take a long weekend. Mm-hmm. Your dog gets loose, gets picked up the day you left. You come back after the weekend, Tuesday, the animal's gone. My goodness gracious, who can we call? We start with animal control. Too late, too bad.
They euthanize Tuesday before they open. And I had a person contact me that this actually happened to. They left on a Thursday. It wasn't this year or anything. It was a few years back. Mm-hmm. They left on a Thursday. They had taken Friday off so they could have 4 days off because Memorial Day is Monday. Yeah. Cool. Lots of people do that. That's a common thing. Their dog had escaped the house sitter Thursday after they left.
A not uncommon thing either.
Not an uncommon thing either. That's correct. The dog was picked up by animal control on Thursday. The owner went to animal control Tuesday morning. The dog had been euthanized Tuesday morning before they opened.
Wow.
There was no chance for that owner to get their dog. What we're asking for is if they need to, first of all, prolong those holding times. Honestly, if you have a week vacation, you're gone 9 days because you got to count the weekends.
Yes.
So if your dog's gone or gets loose, your dog's dead before you get home. If they have space, there's no need to euthanize. Or
kill. Yeah.
They could hold the dog a couple extra days or the cat a couple extra days. There's just lots of things that they could do that would be beneficial to the whole community as a whole. Even if you're not a tree-hugging, animal lover person and you're just a taxpayer who doesn't like any animals and are tired of cat prints on your car, you pay taxes in Madison County, and it costs to kill those animals. Yeah. Even if it costs the county only $20 for each animal they killed, that's over $66,000 for 1 year.
And think about the people who then pick up new companions out of that.
Exactly.
The joy, the love that's spread. Yeah,
that is true.
Now you've talked to all the people over there at Animal Control.
Correct.
Have you found any county board members yet who've expressed any sympathy for the position?
Yeah, actually, Rick Fasten.
Rick Fasten, yeah.
The auditor, Chris Lesser, and these are not. They're not all batting on the same team here. These are people from the Republican and Democratic, sides. Mm-hmm. We don't intend to get political.
No.
Because I really don't care if they're Democrat or Republican or whatever. I want people to look at this and tell me, why can't we do this? There's no downside to this.
Yeah, it's not like you're asking for the moon. You're asking for something that's quite practical.
Very simple.
And the way you've explained it, yes.
It's a no-brainer.
And we've got elections coming up too.
And there's the answer of why we did it now. Nobody's going to listen to us at all if that's just a fact, and I hate to say that, but that's the way you play ball.
But in less than a month's time, you've picked up 1,900 supporters for
this. Correct, and 2,000 signatures on a petition
that
we haven't even taken out in public.
Now, if people again. You have to get on Facebook to become part of this group.
Correct.
Okay, but then almost everybody's on Facebook these days.
Well, yeah.
And if you go to groups, you're going to look for
MADCO, MADCO-IL, and then a space, AC. Change Madco, Illinois Animal Control. That's what that stands for.
Okay. And then every time something's posted, you're in the loop. People will know about that. And what about the petition? Can this petition be signed online there too?
Absolutely, it sure can. If they scroll down on the wall, they will see the petition. And anybody can sign it, no matter if you live in Madison County or not. This is just something we want them to see how many people in the public, in the general public, would like to see this change.
I think it's great. I really do.
We're not saying that, every animal is adoptable. That's another thing. The program we're going for is a Save 90 program, which has been established in other states and counties, and it's save 90%. There are 10% of the animals that you just cannot save. They're vicious or they're very sick or injured.
And in fact, we've already run out of time, but let's take another short break, a short minute here. And you've got this Save 90 program, which has worked in other municipalities, county jurisdictions, etc.
Correct.
So it's you know what you're asking for.
Correct.
It's a simple solution.
Correct.
So hopefully we'll see it done then.
Hopefully.
Jackie, listen, thanks so much.
Thanks, Mike, for having me on.
Glad to.